Have you ever wondered why it is that Canada can drop a nuclear bomb on Germany in the middle of 1936? Well, I probably don't blame you for wondering. Why is it that Canada has this ability? Is it natural? Do you need to take it to the doctor? Well, don't worry, all things are perfectly fine. Canada was designed this way by Paradox Interactive, so I'm sure it's a grand plan on their part to give Canada this extra very special ability. Very similar to our Belgium infinite manpower exploit, this exploit will take things a step further and give Canada the edge it needs to really push itself onto the global stage. But don't worry, I'll tell you all about it now. Canada is a seamlessly endless pit of housing. It is one great big, seemingly scientist-based refugee camp. Canada gets a brilliant ability, and that is to give refuge to German and Italian scientists. Now, giving refuge to scientists is lovely. It's a great thing to do. It should make you feel good on the inside, but most importantly, feel great on the outside. German scientists provide a -3% research time bonus, however they do so at the cost of -5% stability. So that's the one kind of cost for Canada. Whilst you can flood the country with German scientists, there's always going to be a bit of an issue with the people not liking the fact that their new next door neighbour is speaking German and building nuclear bombs. So don't worry though, it's all fine. Now basically someone on Reddit discovered a slight exploit when in a multiplayer game that someone inside AM was able to use the decision tree to spam multiple decisions all at once. Now you can do this in multiplayer and single player. You can do it in multiplayer provided the host is kind of lagging a bit and there's a very brief desync, and you can do it in single player when the game's saving. So all you do is you play on Iron Man, or you set the save game to be every day. God, yeah, it's brilliant. And as soon as you get to that 24-hour clock, you spam click that mouse button. And maybe you'll spam click it fast enough to actually get it off multiple times, which is great. That might be -6% research time, although admittedly also -10 stability, but you know, that's fine. The research time is lovely. But then what if we scale this up a bit? Now allow me to bring into the screen Autoclicker by mergee.com. This is just the first autoclicker I found on Google and it works lovely. Basically it's a little autoclicker which takes one left click every 10 milliseconds. What a brilliant feature indeed. And it does so with the simple touch of the command Ctrl-B. As you can see here, it kind of spam clicks the provinces. God, what a lovely device this is. Now, what can we use it for? Well, as soon as we reach the actual prerequisites for this decision, we can begin our auto-clicking rampage. You got to get your key set up, and of course I myself am using Ctrl-B, and you want to hover over the button. Now you should be in a good place to do so. Make sure to put the autosave over to 1 day, or maybe go for the end of a month tick in a multiplayer game. I'll tell you what, I've explained it enough actually. Let's just dive right in and actually show off this exploit. So you want to keep your mouse hovered on, make sure your game is either saving or ever so slightly lagging whilst you do this, and oh god guys, are you ready to see what happens? Are you ready? I don't think some of you are. And I'm going to play the recording and oh my, it's just disappeared. Oh, we've researched electronic mechanical engineering. Oh, well, that's finished a few days early. Oh, I guess we do need to turn off that auto clicker. Oh, there's no modifier here, but if we go to the research screen, oh my, -97% research speed. Hang on a second, Canada. This is looking borderline cheating. Oh, I'll just research the radio. Don't worry, it'll only take me 1 day. What about electronic computing machine? That seems like a brilliant thing to research, because surely if we research that, we'll be at -100% research speed, and what would that do for us? God, who knows? Anyway, I'm just going to time-lapse and show you how fast it took me to research the nuclear bomb, and I wasn't even really focusing for it. The only negative that really needs to be pointed out is the fact that I'm at 0% stability, so you really can't do this for a country if you're planning to do other things other than nuking your enemy into submission, because 0% stability is a real pain, although you can offset it by having plus 50% factory output research really early on. So yeah, also you can do the same exploit for improved workers conditions. If you want to, yeah, just spam the improved workers conditions away and your stability should cap at 100 almost immediately. Anyway, I will leave you with this brief time lapse of what I did with Canada before I take you further onwards to show you some of the more exploity things you can do with this very broken decision bug. Also, I will introduce you to Himmler and his 50 other cousins, all called Himmler. Bugger me sideways with a teabag. This is a nuclear-powered Canada on the 11th of June 1936, and this is completely achievable in Iron Man. So yes, the game is esports ready, my friends. So what are we going to do next? Well, we're going to take this same principle and apply it to other countries, and I thought about what brilliant countries out there might there be. Well, the very intimidating country that is Germany, although we are exploiting, so let's get rid of this epic music and have something a little more fitting. There we go, lovely, happy, lovely and chirpy. Now, this is Germany. What can we do with Germany? Well, it has this one lovely focus, which I really like, which is called war bonds, and if you glitch it on the war bonds, consumer factories, minus 5%. Those pesky consumer factories are no more, because guess what? All of your civilian factories are your own, and none of them are in use. All 80 of them in 1939. That is quite incredible. It's basically unstoppable. Whereas you would normally spend time mass-producing civilian goods, you no longer have to worry about that. Consumer goods, zero. You don't need them. Waste of time. Absolute waste of time. Let your Germany do its own thing. But wait, there's more. One of my favourite focuses of all time is giving Himmler field command. This gives you Himmler as a general. So if we spam this enough and just, I don't know, waste a load of time and effort on getting Himmler, we can go see how Himmler would do as a general. Now, admittedly, Himmler's a pretty crap leader, but if we just assign a new army over here, let's pick our new general. Well, we've got all these lovely guys here. Oh, what's that? Right down on the bottom. That appears to be Himmler. Alongside Himmler, of course, and his other brother Himmler, and their mother Himmler, and their father Himmler, their stepfather Himmler, their great-grandmother Himmler, and their great-great-great-grandfather Himmler too. They're all there, the entire Himmler family. They all look very similar, but that's because they have the same portrait artist, and they're a little bit weird. What's that guy doing there in the middle? God, Himmler's everywhere. Himmler's as far as the eye can see. In fact, you know what? The entire German military might just be Himmler's in different uniforms. We don't even fight with soldiers anymore. We just use Himmler's. They're really quite effective. I mean, they're shit, but they're really effective. Ooh, there's a bit of a stiff breeze in the air. You know what that must mean? That's right, we're in northern Russia, and good God, it's cold. This is one of my favourite things, the aluminum plants of Leningrad. Very famous in the war. They yield 12 aluminum each. That's not bad. Did I just say aluminum? Did I? Right, video's over, ladies and gents. That's it. Welcome to the northern Jesus Christ. Welcome to the northern aluminium mines of Russia. Very lovely places to be indeed. They yield 12 aluminium each. Very impressive. However, by using this wonderful clicker, in 52 days, I get the slight feeling we're going to be yielding more than 12 aluminium out of Leningrad. Now, Leningrad starts by yielding absolutely none at all, and for the low cost of just 3 civilian factories, we're going to see what we can get out of it. Oh, and would you look at that? That's slightly more aluminium than was expected, and certainly will power that Soviet onslaught. If you ever wanted in a multiplayer game where your opponent had so much aluminium and you just had none, well, this is why. They're using this exploit. Welcome to Manchukuo, my friends, with one of my favourite decision exploits. This is the basically only country I could find which actually has a decision which gives you units. And you know what that means? That means 3 divisions. Oh, look at these. 2 free divisions. 2 free divisions. Oh, that's not too much. Oh, and there's 87. So yes, next time you're playing Manchukuo, or whatever this country's called, make sure to go grab some of these free divisions. They're just lying there. You go down your focus tree a little bit, and would you look at that? 87 free divisions. Now, you can disband them, but you only get 10,000 manpower out of it, so there's no need. You might as well keep these free crappy divisions. I mean, they are pretty terrible horse divisions, but it's 87 free divisions. You can hardly complain. So yes, that's been it for today's wonderful decision exploit. If you've enjoyed the video, then feel free to give it a like. And if you're looking for a video to watch after this, then I strongly recommend watching this video here. It's a random country video, and it's very entertaining if I do say so myself. And a huge shout out for all the people who watched it, and know to truly press F in the comments for Mexico. I'll see you all in the next one.